Before we get started with today's video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hey, what is up, Division 2 agents? Sierra here, back for another great Division 2 video for you guys. In today's video, I'm featuring a brand new build that has to do with survivability, and you can also cause damage at the same time. But before we do that, you guys, I have some news I want to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and get to that first, then we'll move on to the main part of the video. So first of all, you guys, last Tuesday we had a little bit of a problem with the servers. Everybody was unable to access the game and stuff, so Ubisoft made it up to us by giving us what they call a compensation. So what they did was they updated the game last night. The server shut down for 3 hours, and they went ahead and gave us 3 exotic caches in exchange for what happened last week. So that's one of the things of what happened last week, and that's that's a whole nother story. But on other news, the Last Resort event has officially started, and the league is still going on, the one from last week that started. And from the Last Resort, it was last season's apparel event. You can earn some of this stuff. And for those of you who just started on it, get the keys, take your time on it, because you have 2 weeks in order to get everything in the chest and stuff. So right after I did get the rest of what I was missing and everything, you end up getting all of this stuff. You get like a gear skin, you get a mask, and a bunch of other things from doing this event. So if you are new on the division, you got plenty of time, so just take your time, level yourself up and everything. So anyway, guys, on to the main video. So this right here is my build, and I'm running 4 pieces of Foundry, 2 pieces of Gilligard, and I'm running the survivability specialization. So survivability specialization is what main players use for, of course, survivability builds, armor builds and stuff. So yeah, when you get those points and stuff, and you add them to like your weapons, and you unlock everything in that category, then it will do a lot of good with this build and stuff. So what I'm going to be talking about today is this build, and towards the end of the video, you guys, I will be giving you guys some suggestions on weapons if you don't want to use these weapons. So just stay tuned for that as well. So as always, guys, let's start off with the weapons. So the St. Elmo's engine is what I'm currently using, and it is a beast. So this is an exotic assault rifle that was released last season in year 1, and it has Actum Est or something like that. Well, anyway, it adds a stack when you kill an enemy, but then when you get 100 stacks, you get shock ammo in exchange for that. So the shock ammo that you get, it matches the amount of your magazine, so you get 70 shock ammo. And I really do like that, because when you shoot an enemy, it puts them down and gives you a chance to inflict some more damage and stuff. And even this weapon is really good with status effect builds, so I would suggest trying it out for yourself, or the Ouroboros, for example, because the Ouroboros and the St. Elmo's engine, both really good weapons. So my next weapon, you guys, is of course the tactical UMP-45. This little submachine gun is really good. It may have low RPM on it, but it's still a pretty good little SMG and stuff. And damage to armor and crit hit chance is on it, and it has a talent on there, which is Killer, and as you guys know, Killer is all about, weapon, crit hit damage and stuff like that. But I decided not to use Killer for this weapon. I instead put Optimist on it. So it's all about the weapon damage and stuff. And I love this little machine gun. I mean, it is awesome. It's actually really cute. But anyway, Optimist is where your weapon damage is increased by like 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. So 40 bullets, it would probably be about like every single, like, I'm going to say 5 bullets. I don't know, my math and stuff. You'll get like additional weapon damage. So yeah, it's still pretty good and everything. I'm also running headshot damage mod and 2 crit hit damage mods and an extended mod. Now, for the first time ever, I am going to be featuring this pistol. This is the TDI Cardi custom, and this right here is a named pistol, and it's known to be used on skill builds. This right here raises any type of skill up a tier. So, for example, if you were using the Stinger or you're using the Seeker Mine, anything like that, it will raise its tier up and stuff. Especially if you're using like yellow and stuff like that, yellow gear sets or brand sets. It will like raise it up and everything. But this TDI Cardi is usually it's a small chance of getting it and stuff, but I need to get another one so that way I can make another build with it. But yeah, this is the first time I'm ever featuring this pistol, you guys. So yeah, this pistol's really good if you like running skill builds or anything like that. Anyway, moving on. The Foundry mask is the first gear of Foundry I'm using. With 2, 3, and 4 pieces, you get total armor, which is 10%, 1% armor regen, and 50% shield health. It also has a talent on it with 4 pieces called Makeshift Repairs. So whether you or your shield take damage, 20%, 25% of that amount is repaired to both over 10% or 10 seconds actually. So basically you get your armor back. But yeah, the only thing too is like if you do have the chest piece on, it will like raise it up. But I didn't have the chest piece on, so I used something else in exchange. But anyway, I put crit hit damage on it, and it's also running a crit hit chance mod. And Foundry is known for basically armor, and you can change it to like crit hit chance if you want to, headshot damage, whatever type of weapon that you decide to use with this build. I'm gonna leave that up to you, but yeah, the makeshift repairs, the chest piece will raise it up to like instead of 25%, I think it's like 50%, and then instead of it being 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I don't know, don't quote me, but yeah, if you have the chest piece on, it adds a additional few seconds and stuff like that. But that's why I like Foundry, is that you can literally put anything on it and it will still work as good as it is. So anyway, moving on to the next piece is of course the gloves, and I got crit hit chance on that one. If you don't want to use crit hit chance, put damage on it. The next one I'm also running is, of course, the holster. Yeah, no wait, yeah, the holster. I'm running a holster for this one, and the knee pads, crit hit chance on that one, and the holster had crit hit damage. I gotta say though, yeah, just be careful of how you fix it. You can run 2 pieces of crit hit chance and 2 pieces with crit hit damage, so that way you can get a good amount of crit hits no matter what. Okay, moving on to the next piece is, of course, the Gila Guard Portman named chest piece. Now, Gila Guard is also known for armor. So you get 5% armor with the first piece. 2 pieces adds health, and third piece adds armor regen. I have both crit hit attributes on here, so it's running damage and chance, and I got a maximize crit hit chance mod, but it also has perfect vanguard, and I'm running shield with this build, but deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 50% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for like 20 seconds, and then the cooldown's usually 25 seconds. But yeah, this chest piece actually heals you from damage, and if you're deploying your shield and stuff, you can actually it's invulnerable for a few seconds. I'm still trying to work on getting my shield up a little bit, you know. I want to make it to where it's like totally invulnerable, and the only way of doing that is putting more blue on a build, and that's the only way you can make that happen. And it will go to like overcharge phase, and it will raise it to like 300% shield health and all that. But the last one is the shield will not get damaged will never get damaged ever again. So whether it's explosives and all that, it won't get damaged at all. Last but not least on the build is the backpack. Now this is a Gila Guard backpack, and it's got the crit hit damage, crit hit chance, and near maximized crit hit damage mod on it. And I also have the talent called Adrenaline Rush. So like if you're if you are like within 10 meters of an enemy, you gain 20% armor back, and it's a really great backpack if I do say so. This is actually one of my favorite backpacks to run. Yes, the talent is Adrenaline Rush. I could have ran Bloodsucker. I could have ran another talent. I forget the name of it. I don't remember the other talent, but there's another talent where you can also get bonus armor back. But I went with Adrenaline Rush because I like the way that this works with the Adrenaline Rush talent is that you're within 10 meters and you get 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. And it can stack to 3 times, which is 60% rather than 20%, so that's a pretty good thing. So as I was saying, I'm running the Crusader Shield, and the good news about this is the skill tiers can go up if you have nothing but blue gear sets and all that equipped. So as you can see, my skill tier is at 6. And the TDI Cardi does not raise the skill tier up by 1 because the skill tier has to be a yellow. But anyway, as you can tell, the overcharge is like over 250%. And I also get active regeneration and holstered regeneration. I also have mods on my shield which increases the percentage. So it should be a little bit more than that. But my main goal one day is to get that shield wall unlocked to where I don't have to worry about this shield getting damaged easily. So I can always have it equipped on me, and it will never ever go down unless if I trigger it to like throw it down or something. But yeah, that's my main focus is to get this to the maximized tier. So I hope I can do that one day. But yeah, this is what I like to run, and because of my expertise as well, I get an additional 5% active regeneration. So when you do raise your expertise up and stuff, and you make your stuff proficient, then you can actually roll it to increase the tier and stuff like that, and increase the attributes and stuff. Last but not least, you guys, I'm also running a drone striker. I wanted to run this because if I'm away from the enemy, I can just call on this thing, have it go after the enemy, and it can shoot it for me. The damage is okay, and it's good for some things, but I still wanted to run this, even though that my tier on it really isn't that high. I still put mods on it to where it will work a little bit better. But yeah, that's my number one main goal on it. At least I put a damaged mod on the gunner part, so yeah, I like it anyway. But anyway, last but not least, you guys, is of course the stats. So as you guys see here is all the weapon talents that's equipped to my, of course, the weapon talents. Of course, you guys, because I changed from the Dark Winter to, of course, the Tactical UMP, I should have updated this part. I do apologize for that, but anyway, on the bottom part, I have 60% crit hit chance, 124.3% crit hit damage, 75% headshot damage. So, I still get some really good damage altogether and stuff, so I'm not really disappointed at that. So let's get down to some weapons that I'd suggest instead if you want to use them. If you don't want to use the St. Elmo's engine, I highly recommend the Emmeline's Guard. So the Emmeline's Guard is a named P90 SMG, and it has a talent called Perfect Preservation. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. And when you shoot an enemy headshot, then it adds an additional like 15% armor. And it's a pretty good weapon, and you get some armor back in exchange. Another weapon, if you guys like an AR instead, I'd highly recommend the CTAR 21. CTAR 21 is one of my all-time favorites. It has 900 RPM on it. When you put an extended mag on it, it will raise it to 60. And one of my favorite talents to run on this gun is Killer, because you can actually get a good amount of damage with this weapon. You can melt the armor off an enemy really quickly, especially with rogues. And on top of that, it also adds a little bit like damage, especially if you're running crit hit chance on it. So I highly recommend it on Striker. For a secondary weapon, if you don't want to run the St. Elmo's engine and you want to put the Scorpio on instead, this is what it is. The Scorpio is an exotic shotgun that is known to have status effects on it at every bullet that you shoot. So this gun is known to be one of the best, and it also has some status effects on it at every bullet, but it only happens the more bullets that you shoot. So I highly recommend this, but I also recommend it if you use it on a status effect build, which is one of my favorite things to try out. So try it out for yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about. And if you want something with a little bit more oomph and you want a LMG, for instance, go with the new Reliable. The new Reliable is an absolute beast of all LMGs. Now, some of you may not agree with me, and well, that's your all's opinion, but this gun is an armor melting beast right here, and I like to run it on a Striker or Negotiator or even True Patriot and stuff, and I love that about this. So, without further ado, guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos in the future. And I will see you next time on Red TV Plays. Have a great day, everybody.
System back online. System back online.